folks. Come on over to Fade Grips and use the code BSG92 to get 20% off products. If you have not already, please follow our Twitter and our Twitch, BSGaming92, where you can get all the updates on when we'll be streaming and recording and all that fun jazz stuff. Thanks, man.
Anarim is the heart and soul of Ferelden. It was the city of King Calenhad, the birthplace of Andraste. As stubborn as a Mabari, and as good to have on your side. If we defeat Loghain here, the rest of the nation will follow us.
Oh yes. That's the plan.
By calling the Landsmeet, I've struck the first blow. The advantage, for the moment, is ours. He will have little choice but to show himself, to oppose us directly. He will strike back at us. The only question that remains is how soon. Loghain, this is an honor that the Regent would find time to greet me personally.
How could I not welcome a man so important as to call every lord in Ferelden away from his estates, while a blight claws at our land?
The blight is why I'm here. With Calen dead, Ferelden must have a king to lead it against the Darkspawn.
Ferelden has a strong leader.
No, it does not.
Its queen. And I lead her armies. And who is this, Eamon? Some new stray you picked up on the road? And here I thought it was only royal bastards you played the nursemaid to.
Well, you're admitting the royal part. That's a start.
The Kuzlans are dead. The Terran of Highever belongs to the House, and rightfully so. You have no rights. Your family surrendered them when I revealed them to be traitors to the king.
You are either very bold or very stupid to threaten the Terran before witnesses.
Enough, Calthrian. This is not the time
I will have my
place.
revenge.
I had hoped to talk you down from this rash course, Eamon. Our people are frightened. Our king is dead. Our land is under siege. We must be united now if we are to endure this crisis. Your own sister, Queen Rowan, fought tirelessly to see Ferelden restored. Would you see her work destroyed? You divide our nation and weaken our efforts against the Blight.
No, you do.
Your selfish ambitions to the throne.
Your ambitions.
I was not talking to you.
I cannot forgive what you've done, Loghain. Perhaps the Maker can, but not I. Our people deserve a king of the Theron bloodline. Alistair will be the one to lead us to victory in this blight.
Oh, is that all I have to do? No pressure.
The Emperor of Orlais also thought I could not bring him down. Expect no more mercy than I showed him. There is nothing I would not do for my homeland.
Including betray it. I will end you.
Well, that was bracing. I didn't expect Loghain to show himself quite so soon. My sister married King Merrick while he was still in exile. At that time, he and Loghain were inseparable. The wild prince who'd never seen the inside of a castle, and the farmer's son. When Loghain joined Merrick's rebels, he was just a raw-boned boy, but he got on one knee to swear that he would see Ferelden free or die trying.
I have read the book.
And conspires with a blood mage to poison me. It is a bitter dose to taste. The Chantry speaks truly about the corruption of power. If a man like Loghain could go and do this, I would never have believed he would do anything but what was best for Ferelden. We need eyes and ears in the city. Loghain has been here for months. The roots of all his schemes must begin here. The sooner we find them, the better we can turn them to our advantage. Go have a look around, and see what you can turn up. Better yet, find the nobles who have arrived for the Landsmeet. Test the waters. See how many will support us. When you're ready to talk strategy, come upstairs to my sitting room. We can
I've
lay
never
out
even
our
finished Game of
plans
Thrones.
for
I
the
think I got to like
Landsmeet then.
season 4. Like, the last episode I ever saw was Joffrey dying. Oh. Ooh, we get one more. I guess we can take that. Hmm. What's in here? Zevran.
You know, I could get to like this. The last time I came to Denerim, I stayed at an inn so filthy the bedbugs had fleas. What say you? By all means. Again, well now, what might interest you, I wonder? Shall I describe the stages involved with Lanthrax poisoning? I watched a man go through all 7 once. No, I'll not inflict that upon you just yet. Let's see, how about the largest battle I ever took part in? That would have been the slaughter of Prince Osrine. Did you hear of that down in these parts? Me? Not personally, but I did take part in the attack. Prince Osrine was 4th in line to the throne, you see. He started off as 11th, but worked his way up the old-fashioned method by inheriting control of an entire Crocel from his grandfather.
Oh my god.
After assassinating his way through the royal family, the king hired 3 other cells to take down Prince Osrine once and for all. I was in one of those cells. Antivan royalty is very much bound up in the Crows. You wouldn't want it run by a bunch of commoners, after all, would you? And this means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a Crow on the throne, a commoner. But that's a whole different story. I played a very small part. My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Verina, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window.
Oof.
I landed in a river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history. I had to find my way back to the safe house, bruised and naked, and thankful to be alive. But there you go. Tale told. Let's be off before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh?
I think I can give Zevran these Antivan boots.
You know, I could get to like this. The last time I came to... that smell. This is Antivan leather, isn't it? I would know that anywhere. I don't know how you knew I was missing my homeland, but this does the trick nicely. Thank
Got you, boo.
But I'm not finished admiring them yet. Can you smell that? Like rotting flesh. Just like back in Antiva City. Oh, if only you could find me a prostitute or two. A bowl of fish chowder and a corrupt politician. I'd really feel like I was home. And they fit as well. Marvelous.
Oh, do I have anything for Liliana?
Oh, how dear of you. This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it? Something I can help with? I don't think you have the correct aptitude. I
Wow.
can give you some pointers, though. You may be able to pass them on to someone you know. Let's just go over there, away from the others. For safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time.
Thank you.
This is a nice change. Something I can help with? Denerim, she is Ferelden's... Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? I miss Val Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val Royeaux was her own person. There was always floating above that all, the oh, it would... And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in dresses, fine dresses and furs. Olay is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But the shoes, living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
Oh, I love
when
shoes.
When I left Olay, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps. I had my eye on a pair my shoemaker was working. The shoes made in Olay were exquisite. Not at all like this clunky fur. Thank you. It's kind of you too. They're sturdy shoes. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, but we have things to do, don't we?
Alright, let me, see, do I have those shoes? Huh. Apparently I gave them to her already? I must have.
I hope all the accommodations are to your liking, Warden. Please let me know if anything is troubling you.
Yes, you getting in my way so I can read this book.
As you desire.
I'd better not see one speck of black on those loaves, Corella, or it's back to the scullery with you. Helena, how many times I gotta tell you before it make it through that pointy skull?
Right here, old pal. You want to be a berserker? Thought I'd never see the day.
Ooh.
I'll teach you. There's a whole pile of philosophical rot that goes behind it, but the bedrock is that I can teach you what gets my hackles in a twist. And once you got... You're a quick study, Warden. You must have been seriously steamed up about something for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
What about? It's sodding great. At first I was a little queasy with all that air, but there's just so much
of it. Oxygen.
No one has any idea who you are or what you're doing. And the ale, oh, who'd have thought ale made with grain? I have to admit, though, I do miss home. Just a bit. A little bit. I guess we're all a bunch of whimpering softies in the end.
Oh.
Anyhow, Right here, old pal. What about? All right.
Alright, I feel like I'm missing someone. Oh, there's Wynn.
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind?
I've already asked her everything I could ask her. Well. It's exterior.
Excuse me, I have to dust the Earl's sitting room. The Chamberlain disapproves of us. If Lady Isolde hadn't brought me into this household from Redcliffe last year, I'd never have been given a place. I beg your pardon, sir, but I really can't be seen standing about. The housekeeper will have my head. Good day.
Oof.
Ah, Warden. I trust you've made yourself comfortable. Good, because it's likely to be your last rest for a while. This is Elena, she's...
I am Queen Enora's handmaiden. She sent me here to ask for your help.
Or perhaps the young lady prefers to speak for herself.
The Queen, she is in a difficult position. She loved her husband, no? And trusted her father to protect him. When he returns with no king and only dark rumors, what is she to think? She worries, no? But when she tries to speak with him, he does not answer. He tells her not to trouble herself. My queen suspects she cannot trust her father. And Logan, he is very subtle, no? But Renton Howe, he is privy to all the secrets and not so subtle. So she goes to Howe. A visit from the queen to the new Earl of Denham is only a matter of courtesy. And she demands answers. He calls her every sort of name, traitor being the kindest, and locks her in a guest room. King Kellen was like a son to him, and Logain left him to die. Does he love her no more? Who can say? I think her life is in danger. I heard Hal say she would be a greater ally dead than alive, especially if her death could be blamed on Arl Eamon. Yes, that is what she hoped he would say. Logain, he has said much about the young Grey Warden who survived. He is worried, no?
We may have no choice but to trust an orb. I'm not sure that's a risk we can afford to take.
I have some uniforms. I will show you to this. I will go ahead.
I didn't really want to.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away. Of course. You never asked? We are friends. I didn't mean to... It wasn't supposed to... Oh, let me explain. The thing is, I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know. It was always a secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew. And then after the battle, when I should have told you, I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that?
You just do.
Yes, well, I suppose part of me kind of liked you not knowing.
I think he loves me.
It's just that anyone who's ever found out has treated me differently afterwards. I was the bastard prince instead of just being Alistair. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, and I certainly don't want to be king.
My new motherboard is here. I can hear them walking.
You can say that again. I don't think I've ever had a choice in the matter. Right from when I was born, all my choices have been made for me. And now Arl Eamon plans to put me forward as the heir. It never ends, does it? And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. It was a dumb thing to do. I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, don't say. My room? Why is Sten... Why are all three of them in my room? I get my dog and I get Morgan, but why is Sten in my room?
This is not as defensible as I would like, but it will do. What is your wish, Kadan? I am hardly surprised. To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Your farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are. There is interesting food here. You have a thing. It doesn't have a word in the Kunari tongue. Little baked things, like bread, but sweet and crumbly. Yes, we have no such things in our lands. This should be remedied. Shall we move on? Perhaps. It's strange to be in a crowd and hear a language that is not your own. To see faces that are and aren't like yours. I miss the smells of Saharon. Tea and incense and the sea. Ferelden smells of wet dogs.
Hey!
True. I was trying to forget that part. Shall we move on? What does that accomplish? The farmer who buys a shop is never a merchant.
He really likes cake. Like, literally.
Merchant. He carries his old life.
If you stick with me
him
through
as
this
a
whole
turtle
game, you'll
carries
see
its
it.
Shell. Happiness is fragile. Nothing can be built upon it that will last. Only duty endures. You can learn to find it in doing your duty, in serving your people. There is no need to search for it. Shall we move on? Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. I am hardly surprised. Very well.
There's something else I want to ask.
What is your wish, Kadan? I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt. That is... I came to your land. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I heard the stories of Ostagar. Your kith stood there. I only know that when I woke, I was... Perhaps. I searched for it. And when they said they found me with... I did. I knew that they would know me as soulless. If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now. Near Lake Callan. This is... What is your wish, Kadan?
Alright.
If one more servant asks if I would like a change of clothes, I will set the house on fire. Your desire?
Oh, that was a 180.
So, full of questions, are you? I cannot teach you, no, but any other... Send whoever...
Ooh.
If your desire... We are hardly alone, so privacy...
Alright, oh, whose room is this? Ooh. I want it. Guess I can't have it.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes. Oh, blast it.
No, I think it's gotta be him.
You do not truly think I look as my mother does, do you?
Have you really been thinking about that all this time?
I am simply curious.
And not insecure in the slightest, I'm sure.
I think I look nothing like her.
I don't know. Give it a few hundred years and it'll be a spot-on match.
I said that I look nothing like her.
All right, got it. Totally different. I see that now.
And turned it against his children. They shall be named Malefica.
Nice to see you again. Really? Oh, pardon my incredulity. I would like to examine them in any event. Let me see. The scrolls are old, no question, and the script. It's written in cipher. Early believers used them to keep their writings safe from the Devinter Magus. These could be authentic. Please, let me examine it. I need parchment, quill, and ink. What was the trick to the cipher again? Ah. I examined your scrolls. I know a few of the early Chantry ciphers, but I'm not fully familiar with this one. The bits I have made out. This may be an account of Maferath's final days, and perhaps more. I know, it's remarkable. The same Maferath who betrayed our prophet and saw her burn alive in Minrath Rus. If we could get a real translation, well, it could be the find of our lifetime. When I finish decoding it, absolutely, but it will not be easy.
It could take months. The ciphers were designed to be difficult for the Magisters to decrypt. Who knows what secrets we can uncover, what truths we can find. Here is all of the allowance I have for acquisition.
Oh, wow. Gave me almost 8 gold. Ooh.
Take this.
Yep, 5 gold, thank you. I got 2 more places to go. Like how that lady's face was like black and then her hands were like ghost white. Like.
Did you see Wolf's face when he arrived? I heard West Hills has fallen to Darkspawn.
Your lands are in the south.
What can I get you, stranger?
Hardly. You know very well I've been in Denerim these times.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Yes, all of you. Give me all the money.
If it isn't the champion who succeeded in the... I've written to the Chantry, telling them... What do you think of that? I'm quite excited. Of course. Here.
Yep. What'd I get? Don't really care about, you know, weapons. I have plenty. Alright, they fixed her hands. Because her hands were like... They did not match.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Wreck from Orzammar.
To the city map! So where we have to go. Let's go free the queen. My queen. Oh, we're gonna get into a fight. Did not expect that. I thought I got everyone.
And so here is the mighty Grey Warden at long last. The crows send their greetings once again. And where is Zevran? I don't see him with you. How very disappointing. Don't bother. I know very well he travels with you.
Here I am, Taliesin. Tell me, were you sent, or did you volunteer for the job?
Oh ho! I volunteered, of course. When I heard that the great Zevran had gone rogue, I simply had to see it for myself.
Is that so? Well, here I am, in the flesh.
You can return with me, Zevran. I know why you did this, and I don't blame you. It's not too late. Come back and we'll make up a story. Anyone can make a mistake.
And I'm not about to let that happen.
What? You've gone soft.
I'm sorry, my old friend, but the answer is no. I'm not coming back. And you should have stayed in Antiva.
Yes.
We'll just let everyone fight.
I'm going to enjoy And so I shall. As you desire. Delighted. Of course.
And there it is. Taliesin is dead. They will assume that I am dead along with Taliesin. So long as I do not make my presence known to them, they will... I do not know. I have enjoyed our company, but I am wondering if it is not time for me to leave. That would be the... There is a freedom awaiting me that I have never known. But I suppose the decision is yours. Will you let me go? All right. You make a convincing argument. You do seem to stumble onto treasure on a regular basis somehow. Let us return to the task.
He wanted to leave, and I was like, but treasure! Don't you want treasure?
Delighted. Of course. All right.
Over here.
I have to go back to my party camp. One person I did not talk to.
Oh, hello. Is there something you wanted to talk about? It's nothing. I'm fine. I'm just thinking. I can't get what happened out of my head. I'd been in Lothering for years, and she still thought I was plotting against her. She didn't trust me. Maybe she never did. She loved me when she could use me and control me. And now that she can't, she wants me dead. It hurts to realize that I never really knew her. I knew she was ruthless, but I didn't know how far she could go. She is self-serving, cruel. She uses people, then discards them. But that's how she survives in the life she leads. What if she's right? What if we're the same? I should just have stayed in the Chantry. I could have been wrong about the Maker. I know you doubt me sometimes. Maybe you're right. Maybe I just tell myself he's there to console myself, to know there's someone watching out for me, to know I'm not alone. But I was alone and desperate when I fled to Ferelden. I went to the only place I knew would take me. I forgot my life as a bard while I was in the cloister. I felt safe. I didn't have to watch my back all the time. That's what made Marjolaine the person. Even now, I feel some regret at not ending her life in order to protect my own. Isn't there? It's the first step down this dark path. First thought, then action. What we're doing, what we've done. Hunted men down, killed them. Part of me loves it. How can you be so sure? Do you really think so? Hearing you say that gives me comfort. I would like to be alone. She's a lucky girl, Morrigan. She caught your eye. Though looking at her, it is not difficult to see why. Well, I want you to know I am happy for you.
Oof!
You've seen and touched Andraste's ashes. They are the holiest thing on this earth, the remains of the Maker's chosen. I know, it seems almost irreverent to use her as a curative, and it is also a tiny bit morbid. I do not know if I am worthy to look upon her. Yes, of course, but it still is something to be in awe of. I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you? Of course. I have not given this a lot of thought. What will I do? We've traveled far and wide. Does it need to end? There's so much out there. Adventures to be had and stories to be told. I want to be part of it all. I might need some company. And you're not too irritating.
I'm not too irritating.
You're welcome to come along if you like.
I would love to.
It is settled then. You and I want... I know that look. You have something on...
Pull up a drink, Warden. I don't know. I guess we're pretty good friends now, right?
Yes.
I
love you, Audrey.
I just keep thinking about all that slag with Bronca. How I've turned out. I always said I was this way because she left, but I think maybe she left because of how I am. I've tried 27 new kinds of ale, and learned I'm just the right height to give a human girl a good time. That doesn't make me a good man. Enough wallowing in my own filth. Did you want to talk about something? What about? You get a sword or an axe, and are told to go out and defend your city. It's the best thing in the world. That is until you try to live in the city you saved. I mean, they train you to kill, teach you to harness your rage at the first noise you hear, then try to set 100 sodding rules about it. Like those provings. Ancestors show their favor through the strongest arm, right? So why so many rules saying how to fight, and when you win, and not to bloody kill? Killing's what swords are for. If that's how you feel, I'll try that out next time that... This makes me cranky. All right.
What's on your mind?
I did not thank you. It occurs to me now that you have freed me from the crows, and yet I did not think to thank you for it. No matter why you did it, it was done, and I the benefactor. So, thank you. You say that so quickly, and yet it is an odd thing for me to hear. In the crows, we do not have friends, and yet here you are, and I cannot help but consider you such. Then allow me to say this. What we are doing here, stopping the Blight, I cannot think of anything I have ever done which is so worthy. I intend to see this through to the end with you. After all, someone must take responsibility for preventing your untimely death. A suitable task for a friend, yes?
Oh, yes.
Now, isn't that odd? Just a year ago, Taliesin was telling me, Zevran, why are your plans always so horrid? Planning has never been my strong suit. Now, killing and lovemaking. Killing and lovemaking and witty retorts. Those I am better at. I forget where I was going with this. Well, no matter. Your wish? Whatever you'd like to ask.
Ask away.
I have been mistaken. You are a soldier worthy to stand among the Beresad. I did not think so when we first met. You are welcome. The day will come when the Arishok sends us here. On that day, I will not look to find you on the battlefield. There is no point in dwelling on it. We should move on. As you wish.